is our annual event. Each fall, the students and faculty that we have given Rice Creek Associate Small Grants Awards to come and either present their finished product or tell us how the progress is going up to date. And I think it's since 1996, we've done over 100 projects and given over $135,000 to research. So it's always fun to see what they did. You know, we see the initial presentations, and this gives us the final piece to see how it all worked out.
My name's Sam. I'm a master's student at ESF in Syracuse. I study winter foraging ecology of songbirds on a native tree species, Staghorn Sumac. I think one of the most interesting and unique things about my research is really looking at how birds are using their UV vision to make decisions on when to eat fruit during the winter. And so there's been some studies in the tropics particularly on birds using UV cues, but not a lot has been done in the northeastern US, and this is a pretty unique project for that reason. So Rice Creek Associates has given me funding, which is great. They've helped me buy lab supplies that I need for the chem lab to do analysis, and then, you know, most importantly, they let me sample here. So one of my sampling sites is on Oswego property here at Rice Creek, and they've been a great help.
Hi, I'm Kayla Kitchener. I'm a senior here at Oswego with a BFA major, and I created the sculpture mosaic piece that will be installed in the herb garden. I think it's really helpful to give these sorts of illustrations to be more welcoming to the community, I guess, because some people might be overwhelmed by all of the scientific stuff that goes on, and it's just nice. It's a good way to connect with people on a different level, I guess. Perfect. They obviously paid for the building of this thing, which was really helpful, and they have been super helpful in finding me help when I needed it during the project, and also just always right there if I need somebody to talk to about any issues I'm having. And they were all very helpful and kind.
My name is Meeker, and I'm a senior biology student at SUNY Oswego, and my Rice Creek project was to study the prevalence and intensity of helminth parasites of wild and domestic canines based on fecal samples at Rice Creek Field Station. Well, it deals with what could be a public health concern, the parasite crossover between wild canines and domestic canines, and even to people. Well, they funded my project, so I was able to be here over the summer when I wouldn't have been able to normally. So I was able to work here over the summer from 9 to 5 doing my collection and examination in the lab rather than working another job, so that was great.
Geetha-Loganathan from Biological Sciences, SUNY Oswego. So my project is to study a microbial colonization that affects snapping turtle eggs. So actually the microbial colonization affects the snapping turtle clutches, so pretty much like multiple clutches are lost during every season. So this is an additional factor rather than already being threatening the snapping turtle hatchlings like predators. So like losing a clutch, it means like 40 to 50 embryos at a time. So this is going to have serious decline in the population over time. So this can be something similar to what we are observing with sea turtles, and we don't normally take this into account because we feel that it's a common species just seen around. So over time maybe this might be an issue, so it's better to address that now. Actually, I have initiated this project just with the seed money from the Rice Creek Associate Grants, and I've been using this grant, I think I've applied for at least like 4 or 5 times now since I joined SUNY Oswego. So it's helpful to continue the project and also to collect the preliminary data that we could put together to apply for an external grant. And also we have already 2 papers published with the grant, the projects that we use the grant money for, and it's also helpful not only for the lab consumables but also to support students stipends during summer. So it's really of great help.